Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm gonna show you how to solve for the angles in this given word problem. So here, we are given an angle problem, as you can see here. You see this blue thing? It's all in this. So we have angle D, we have the points D, point W, point A, point S, point T. This is point E. And the last one is point N. Alright? So here are the points, as you can see here. So what I wrote here are all the points that I wrote. So on the central angle, we have point E. Point E is at the center, okay? And then here, on this side, we have point D. Dito yung point T. And then here, we have point W. And then here, point A. Next, we have, this is point S. This is point T. And the bottom one is point N. Now, our goal is to solve for the value of X and the values of the angles that fit in with this problem here. Because here, our goal is to find the angles for angle NED, angle TEN, angle SET, angle WES, angle WEN, angle WD, WED, angle TEA, and then angle SED, and angle NES or NES, and the last one is angle NEA. That's it. So now our goal is to solve for the missing angles. But how do we do that? Because solving for the angles is quite impossible. But don't worry. Here are the clues of the given measures. Look at this. Look at the color codes. Diba nakita mo talaga may color code, diba? Anong ibig sabihin ng color code? Ang color code, ibig sabihin meron siyang, code sa pagkukulay. So ganito kasi yun. Look first at one angle. One angle measures x squared minus 2 degrees. And that's for the measure of angle WEA. WEA. So angle WEA measures x squared minus 2 degrees. So ito yun. You see yung naka-pink dito? So yan, x squared minus 2. Alright? So that's the measure of angle WES. So, WEA. WEA measures, diba ito yun? Angle WEA is equivalent to x squared minus 2. Okay? Next, be sure we go to the third angle, okay? Next, it says here, angle A. Follow the light blue, and the light blue is 19x. AET. That's angle AET. So angle AET measures 19x degrees. Okay? So far, so good. Now we already got the second one. Next, for the third one, we have angle TEN or net. Diba? So follow that one from pink to light blue and then this violet. So the violet measures 3 times x minus 2 squared plus x. Yan. So that's the measure angle NET or TEN. Yan, di ba? So that's the measure of that. Next, we have angle NE. Where's the end? W. So NEW. Yan. And angle NEW measures 2 2x squared. Diba? And yan, tama. We're now back to normal. Okay? So therefore, WEA, AET, TEN, and EW. Now we made the coherence. Now what do we do? remember if you mash up all these up together, you make a full circle, right? And you know, based on preliminary concepts, how much degrees do you need to make a full circle? 360 degrees. So, kailangan dapat 360 degrees is equivalent to 1 whole circle. Okay? Now, what we do? Can we solve for the value of x? We sure can. Now, let me show you how to solve for the value of x. So, let's write this down. So, we have here, this is the sum of x squared. Okay, ganito ka na lang. Para mas makita mo, I think we will do this na lang. So, do I remember here, we have angle x squared. You have the angle WEA that measures x squared minus 2. Okay? Then on the second one, angle AET, that is 19x. Siguro this one, we'll put na lang the constant here. So this one, the negative 2, we'll put it on this side. So lahat yung mga, ano yun, di ba remember, this is x squared, constant, and then x raised to 0, that's just a constant. Di ba? So ito yun, this quadratic, x raised to the first power, and this x raised to 0, which is 1. Okay? So therefore, here we have 19x. Next, on the third part, 3x minus 2 squared plus x. Ito na yun, di ba? Then the constant we have x, di ba? Wala tayong constant na yun. And the last part, ito yun. We have 2x squared. Yan. Pero the first thing that we need to do is this. We need to simplify the x minus 2 squared. Remember, we need to simplify the x minus 2 quantity squared first before we get the value. So we can rewrite this as 3x squared like that, diba? Kasi diba remember that is x minus 2 squared. That's the same as x minus 2 times x minus 2. So now let's multiply. So remember, if we work this out here, it will go like this, diba? So we multiply this. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Tama? Negative 2 times 2. So that's the inside, diba? We worked out the inside already. Next, negative 2x times negative 2 times x, negative 2x. So that is here, diba? Ito yun. Ito yun, diba? This one, we're working this out, this one. Next, this one will give us negative 2x again. So we're working out this one. And then the first, diba? And then the x squared, just leave it x squared. Then we sum this up all together. So to sum it all up, we got 4x squared. So it's x squared minus 4x plus 4. But wait, we are still not yet done. Because if I remember, this is what we just get when we multiply them together. So therefore, it will look like this. Our factor form will be written in this manner. So now what we do next? Ito na. We multiply the factor by 3. So therefore, 3 times x squared, 3x squared. 3 times negative 4, negative 12x. 3 times positive 4, positive 12. Then, our value is being added with x. So therefore, combine like terms. Negative 12x plus x. So therefore, you just get 3x squared minus 11x plus 12. Okay? Now, remember this code because we're gonna write this thing on another sheet of paper. Okay? So remember the code, okay? So do you still remember what is the value of this? So remember in the pink angle, we have the pink angle. Diba remember ito yung x squared, x raised to the first power, and x raised to 0. For the pink angle, which is angle WEA, what's the x squared? The x squared is x squared, diba? X squared minus 2. Diba? For the light blue angle, which is angle AET. What is the x squared? Wala. Wala. It's just 19x. So 19x2. For the blue angle, that's angle NEW, 2x squared dito siya. And then the last one, ito na talaga yung pinaka-complex. Diba, remember ito yung final form, diba? 3x squared minus 11x plus 12. And that is the angle TEN. Ito na. So what is our x squared? 3x. 3x squared. Diba? What is our x constant? Negative 11x. What is our constant? 12. Diba? Now, the reason why we did it in this formation, because we are going to combine all the like terms. Diba, remember, sabi ko sa'yo, to make the algebraic equation more simplified, kailangan tayo mag-combine ng like terms. So, diba, remember, in general, the equation will go like this. Diba, our goal is to solve for x. So, ang equation ay ganito. The equation will go like this. We have x squared minus 2. That's one group, diba? And then we have plus. It's being added, diba? So, kailangan dapat may plus. And then we have 19x, diba? 19x. And then another angle. Diba, remember this for this angle? And that's for this angle. And then the next one is the color violet. We have this group. 3x minus 2 squared plus x. Diba? That's the third group. And then the last group is 2x squared. Diba? Now, we were able to simplify this all together. Diba, remember, we simplified the third part. What do we get? We get this. So, it will still be the same. So, we have x squared minus 2, diba? And then, this one is plus. This becomes our 19x again. Diba? On the third part, diba, nag-simplify tayo. So, diba, remember, x squared minus x squared, that's x squared minus 4x plus 4. Pero multiplied by 3, we get plus 3x squared minus, diba, remember, that's 4x minus 12x plus 12. Diba? Diba, remember, that's the one we got kanina, diba? Ito yun, diba? So, yan. And then, we just have to add x. So, when we combine like terms, ito na yun. Diba, remember, we add x, negative 12 plus 1, and that's 11x, diba? So, this is the simplified method. Diba? And then, the last one is 2x squared. Diba? Now, we encircle to find out where the like terms are. Nasa yung mga like terms. So, let's highlight this in underline. So, yung x squared, 3x squared, and 2x squared, diba? So, therefore, these are the x squared. Diba? 1 plus 3 plus 2, that's 6x squared. Diba? So, tama, you still get the same like this. And then, for this ball pen, let's highlight the variable na may x lang. Alin dyan? 19x, 11x. Combine like terms. So, 19 minus 11. What's 19 minus 11? 8. So, therefore, that's 8x. Tama? Last but not least, ang pangatlo. Ang pangatlo dyan. Where are the constants? Ang mga constants, let's circle that in green. Ito yung green ballpen ko. Do you like it? So, now we're going to circle the constants. Negative 2 plus 12. Negative 2 and positive 12 make 10. Diba? Positive 10. Pero we're not yet done. Kasi nga, diba, remember, all these angles add up together, we make 360 degrees. At ito na talaga yung equation namin. So, this will be equivalent to 360 degrees. Tama? Look at the equation here. 6x squared plus 8x plus 10 equals 360. However, we are still unsure what the value of x is. But, luckily, we can set the equation to a quadratic equation. We can make it into a quadratic. So, we bring the 360 to the left side. So, tama yung ginawa ko dito. Diba, remember dito, nag-add tayo. So, therefore, yung x squared namin ay 6x squared. Tama? 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Tama? Dito, wala tayo dito. 0. Dito, wala tayo dito. 0. 19 minus 11 is 8x. Diba? So, 8. Teka lang ha. Yan, tama. 8x. Diba? 8 plus 11 is 19. Then on the right side, we have negative 2 plus 12. And that is 10. Diba? Pero all of these are added to 360. Diba? So kailangan dapat i-add namin to 360, diba? Because all the angles added up together make 360 degrees to make one whole rotation. So ganito siya. Now, let's shift the 360 to the constant area. To the area so that we can set it equal to 0. Now, our equation will look like this. 6x squared plus 8x plus 10 minus 360 equals, yeah, I know, equals, what's the answer? 10 minus 360 is 350. Diba? So therefore, angle will look like this. Diba? So yan. Now, look at the three numbers. Can we factor out by a GCF? Yes. We can simply factor out by the GCF. And when we factor out by the GCF, what is the greatest common factor? 2. Because they're both even numbers. So therefore, we can factor this out by 2. So therefore, this will become 2 times